Hey everyone, welcome back to a brand new design video from Yamparalamedia. I am Yamparala Rahul, and in this video I will be sharing one portfolio that I found very interesting. So the guy is Vipin Ragi and this is his LinkedIn. So he's currently working at FedEx as a senior designer, and one thing that I really loved about his work is the documentation part, and in this video I'll be sharing that and we'll be going through that, and I will pick up some of the points that I loved and you all guys can see and learn that what you can include in your next project. So without any delay, let's get started. So if you see his portfolio, it's very clean. He has selected very minimal colors, a very green palette type colors, and it's very clean. Basically, like what he want to tell to the user, he is clearly defining that his name, his role, and what he is open for, and all this, where he worked and where he's currently working. And one thing that I really liked is the selected work section. Like you can see that it is work experience, what a personal project, what was his academic project. He defined it with a tag, he defined the year, the time when it was, he defined the clear statement like what it was, and he have given also this hashtags so that the user who is coming onto this site, who is coming onto this his portfolio, can clearly get an idea like what the design would be when he will click on this particular card. So make sure that whenever you're designing your portfolio, whenever you're designing your card for displaying your work, you should be defining the important information and it should be highlighted. For example, as of highlight point, you can see that he has mentioned a line where the project itself had won some of the awards, and that motivates me to see like what this project how that great that it won some projects, it won some awards. So that one thing that I want to know motivates me to click on this, and that really clicked. I clicked on it and it directed me to a Figma prototype link where he defined his work in a presentation manner. So this one is a cover, and if you see the psychology of the user, then the reason I clicked on this card in the previous one on this was to know like what award this project got. And as I land on it on the presentation, it defined it like it was won in 2 categories, and in below it he also shared that this is under NDA, so he can't really tell us everything about this project. So without any delay, let's get into it. And one more thing that I liked here is the display of mock. You don't need to show the mock in full screen, you can show it in a minimal manner. And one thing that I would suggest, like I would like to have is I would have created this particular mock into a full size screen, and it should come in this manner, in this side. Instead of going into the corner, I would be making it bigger. So next is he defined what is the client requirement, and there's some of the things that I loved is his perspective, what he felt like. He's just not telling you what the client requirement is, but he's also telling what he felt. This line defines that. Yes, it was as simple as that, but nothing is simple whenever you go deeper. So next, so he defined the story. So here the story starts. So first of all, he's giving you a clear picture. So here this tangled image itself is purposefully pixelated to define that the statement that client gave him was looking simple, but it was not simple, and they need to go deeper into it. And here you can see the image vanishes, and the points that he defined initially, like understanding the clear story, learning about the customer perspective, it was solved. Got access to the financial team, got access to hundreds of call recordings. So this call recordings basically, if you're working in any SaaS company like me I'm doing, so they gave you Hotjar, they give you the heat maps on their application, like how users are going and what they are looking for, how they are clicking on particular things, what is their way of doing a particular task. All of this data will help you in making better design decisions. So whenever you join any company, definitely ask like what are the tools that they use to track the user, to assess the user, and how they do the testing of the product. Then he gave us some of the things like empathy map, the scenario of understanding the user. So basically he is defining his design thinking process here, but he's not using the old terminologies. Like here if you can see that is ethnic mapping. So all of this comes into empathy map, and all of those terminologies which goes in deeper. But we don't need to show all the steps whenever we are showing our case study. It is important to show what is the result of it. So here he defined it. So he said that he is used various research methods to effectively understand the problem. That is the first step of understanding the user. Then he understood the challenge faced by the company. He visualized it in such a manner that based on this is for one company, this is a one company building, and they have some of the clients, and this is their state. They have multiple sites across US, and same wise there are many companies. But the problem is the billing part. The billing part is one problem that is faced by everyone, customer wise. And then he said that he's understanding it better. So in the first state, he understood the requirement, then he understood the customer need, then he made the customer itself into very detailed analysis. He did some detailed analysis. In that we get the persona, the user persona. So he defined it here. And then he also analyzed the competition, like how they are showing its billing process. Then he's told about the product strategy, and then he defined that how this strategy was validated, rules and limitations were there. Because whenever you're working in a SaaS or whenever you're working in a big company, there will be a particular process, there will be a lot of restrictions. You will not be able to directly contact your customers, directly contact your user directly, but you will be connecting, or you will be getting that data from the middlemen. Middlemen means the people who are managing those customers. So those are called as CMS, and those people will give you data. Then he drawn some information architecture. Then he made some lo-fi designs so that he can understand like how the interface will look. And he tested it with some of the people. He blanked that part because he can't show the importance, because he initially gave us the thought that it is under NDA and he can't show all the data. Then he showed us how the design system was made, not an overall perspective, but the main important things: the colors, the typography, the buttons, the type of drop shadows they can have, the icons they have used, and the starting stage, iteration 1. So whenever you're designing, there will be multiple iterations. The more the iterations would be, the more the knowledge you will be able to add in it there, because iterations are done based on feedback, and if you're getting the feedback, that means you are learning more. So always focus on getting more feedback and designing the product more iteratively, because as the design grows, the iteration will grow. As iteration will grow, you will also grow. That's the reason people say that whenever you are starting your design career, you should be joining any product based company rather than going for any agency, because at agency you will be given a particular task. There might be not much in-depth iterations will happen, because the client just want the work done, and once it is done, they will go out. So always focus on getting into product based companies if you're getting started, if you're into a learning stage. Then he gave us some prototype links, and if I click on it, it will redirect me to another link, that Figma link, and I can experience the application myself. So this is overall one things. So you can see there are a lot of things going on. One more thing that I learned recently is about, if you see this design, there are a lot of things. He's using surface design, like 2 surfaces are there, this one and this one. He's also using border, this highlighted strokes. He's also using drop shadows. So you should not have all of these in one part. So from where I learned this part, like the visual language of your design should be any one of the sectors. Let me just give you example. So this is one notes which I learned recently from Design Pilot. So Design Pilot is a channel where you can learn design in depth. Let me just show you the YouTube channel of the guy. So this is the guy. So I watch his videos regularly, and it was recent, like yesterday I watched the video. It is 10 minutes long. So what he defines here is the visual language of your design should be based on any of the 2 factors. For example, if we go in this one, so this screen is of Revolt. It's an application. You can see here 2 surface colors are used. One is gray and one is white. And then some designers go for clean design. They don't use surface colors, but they use strokes to distinguish between the different elements. So all of these things which you are seeing currently on my screen is visual language, and I would definitely recommend you to go and check out this video. He explained it very well, because you will get his perspective, and based on this particular learning, I am saying this screen can be improvised more, but that's the second part, because it is already done and I think it is live. So yeah, so that's it guys. So this is one thing that I loved about Vipin's project, and the summary of this video is 2 things. One, you don't need to have your portfolio made over a website itself. You can use Figma prototype or Figma's presentation skills to show your work, as Vipin did here. And second thing is definitely check out Design Pilot videos, because his perspective, his design skills are way experienced, and you will definitely learn a lot from him. So that's it from my side. I hope you have learned something from this video, and keep designing, keep growing. I will see you in the next one. Till then, bye bye.